Hello students, in this session we are going to learn 12th standard computer science second chapter data abstraction. The main concept you are going to learn in this session: data abstraction, abstract data type, constructors and selectors. The data abstraction is a powerful concept in computer science that replicate how we think about the world. So before entering to data abstraction, first let us see what is abstraction. The process of providing only essentials and hiding the details is known as abstraction. I will repeat. The process of providing only essentials and hiding the details is known as abstraction. It allows programmers to treat code as objects. Say some real world example for objects: television, car, pencil, people, and so on. So let us see an example, then only you clearly understand about data abstraction. Take any one object. I am taking here car. This car is a object. When you want to drive a car, you don't need to know how the engine was built or what kind of material the tires are made of. You don't need to know the internal details of the car. You just have to know how to turn the wheel and press the gas pedal. If you want to increase the speed of the car, you just press on the accelerator. But you don't need to know how that accelerator is working inside the car. You just need to know how to press the accelerator to increase the speed of the car. Let's see another one example. Television. You can turn on and turn off your television. You can change the channel and adjust the volume by remote, and you can connect the speakers and DVD players with the TV, but you don't know the internal details of TV. That means you do not know how that television receives the signals through the cable and how it translates them and how it displays them on the screen. You don't need to know the internal details of television. You just need to know how to use it. Similarly, in data abstraction, we don't need to know how the data is represented internally. We just need to know how to interact with it. Okay, so that is called data abstraction. So what is data abstraction? The process of providing only essentials and hiding the details is known as abstraction. Next point, programmers need not to worry about how the code is implemented. They have to just know what it does. Okay, so the programmers do not need to worry about the code implementation. They have to just know what it does. Okay. And the next point, data abstraction provides modularity, which means it splits a program into many modules. And next, let us see about abstract data type. ADT. ADT stands for abstract data type. ADT is a type for objects whose behavior is defined by set of values and set of operations. Set of values means what? Set of datas. Set of operations means the operations that performed on that data. Okay. So this abstract data type is defined by set of values and set of operations. Second point, the definition of ADT only mentions what operations are to be performed but not how these operations will be implemented, which means it does not specify how data will be organized in memory and what algorithms will be used for implementing the operations. It only mentions what operations are to be performed. Okay, and next let us see about constructors and selectors. The data abstraction is supported by defining abstract data type, which is collection of constructors and selectors. These constructors and selectors both are functions. Okay. First, let us see the definition of constructor. The constructors are the functions that build the abstract data type, which means if you want to create one new object, you can use constructor function. Okay, constructor create an object bundling together different pieces of information. Okay, so what do you mean by selector? Selector are the functions that retrieve the information from the data type, and the selectors extract the individual pieces of information from the object. Okay, so the constructor function is used to create an object bundling together the different pieces of information of that object. Selector functions extract the individual pieces of information from the object. Okay, so let us see an example for constructors and selectors. Let us assume you have an abstract data type called a city. The city object will hold city's name and its latitude and longitude. To create a city, you would use functions like city is equal to make city, write within the parenthesis name, latitude, longitude. Here make city, name, latitude, longitude is the constructor which created the object city. But what do you mean by selectors? It is used to extract the information from the object. Okay, so to extract the information of your object city, you would use functions like get name of city, get latitude of city, get longitude of city. These are selector functions because these functions extract the information of the city object. If you want to create a new product or new thing, new college, new office, you can use the constructor function. Here the example is given city. To create a new city, the constructor function is used. To extract the information about that city, the selector function is used. For example, say the city name is Chennai. This Chennai city is already created. Someone has already created that city with its name and its latitude and its longitude. Constructor function is used to create that city. But if you want to collect the information about the Chennai city, which means what is the name of that city, what is the longitude, what is the latitude, if you want to know that details, you can use selector function because the selector function is used to extract the information about the object. Here the object is what? City. So if you want to create a new city, you can use constructor function. But if you want to collect the information about particular city, you can use selector function. Okay, so now let us see the pseudocode for computing the distance between two city objects. So this is the pseudocode for computing distance between two city objects. Distance city 1, city 2. Here you read this colon is equal to becomes or assigned us. Okay, you can read this becomes or assigned us, which means read this LT1 becomes the value of get lat of city 1 and LG1 becomes the value of get long city 1. Similarly, read this LT2 becomes the value of get lat of city 2 and LG2 becomes the value of get long of city 2. LT means latitude and LG means longitude. And this distance get lat, get long are functions. How will you calculate the distance between two cities? The formula is given here. So it computes the distance between two city objects and returns the result in the output screen. So this is about data abstraction, constructors and selectors. Thank you, students.